لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Glad to be with you once again on the program as you answer the call. I am Rashida Abubakar, your regular anchor. Early this week, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu named Alhaji Jalal Ahmed Arabi as the new chairman and chief executive officer of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, with the appointment taking effect on Wednesday, the 18th of October 2023. The new chairman has since assumed office. Alhaji Jalal, who took over from Alhaji Zikrullah Kunle Hassan, has outlined the focus of the new leadership at the Hajj House. Tonight, in our Spotlight segment, we shall be looking at the unfolding development at NAHCON, touching on the policy direction of the new leadership and also highlight the legacies of the Commission's successive boards, particularly the last one. Stay tuned for the details as the program unfolds. Also in the program is Making the Hajj and NAHCON News Diary, which highlight the activities of NAHCON and other stakeholders in the Hajj industry. All these and more shortly. Stay with us.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Welcome back and thank you for being there. As usual, we'll begin the program with the news diary. Topping the lineup, NAHCON's new chairman assumed office, seeks staff support and synergy. These are more shortly. Stay with us.
The newly appointed acting chairman of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, arrived in the Hajj House to assume the leadership at the commission. Accompanying the new chairman was Aliyu Modibo, one-time Minister of FCT, who is also advisor to President Ahmed Bola Tinubu on special duties. Also on the entourage was Barrister Abdullahi Mukhtar Muhammad, former chairman of NAHCON, among other dignitaries. Speaking on behalf of the outgoing chairman, Alhaji Zikrullah Kunle Hassan, NAHCON's former Commissioner of Policy, Personnel Management and Finance, Alhaji Noura Hassan Yakase, congratulates the new NAHCON chairman, noting that he assumed office at a critical stage of the 2024 Hajj operations.
You came actually when all the preparation for Hajj are supposed to start or they have already started. And unfortunately also this time around, the period or time given by Saudi authorities is different from the traditional one, where we have sufficient time to do whatever we want to do, that is to arrange. Unfortunately, you have a very short time. The only assurance I will give you is that you have a capable staff here that can assist you to succeed.
Responding, the newly appointed NAHCON chairman, Alhaji Jalal Ahmed Arabi, thanked Allah and President Ahmed Bola Tinubu for the opportunity to serve the nation through NAHCON.
Let me start from the outset by thanking Almighty Allah, who has allowed Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to appoint me to this exalted position. It is indeed a rare privilege, and it gives me all the hopes and gratitude to be able to come and join you in nation building. We are not the only ones in Nigeria. There are other Nigerians that could equally have been here, but Allah in His infinite mercy had put the burden on our shoulders. And I know, and I've never doubted, just like I know you've never doubted and you wouldn't doubt, that Allah does not put a burden on a servant beyond that which the servant can handle.
Alhaji Jalal Arabi promised to improve on the successes of his predecessors in line with NAHCON vision and mission.
And I know that, of course, it's been pursued vigorously before now. But certainly, there is always room for improvement in whatever endeavor one finds himself.
He then sought the support and cooperation of staff, urging them to rally around Mr. President to ensure the success of his renewed hope agenda. The new chairman took time to go around offices to see firsthand staff at work. In a related development, Plateau State Governor Caleb Muftwang has appointed the Yabu Dauda Executive Secretary and Danladi Kwari Chairman of the State Pilgrims Welfare Board. A statement to this effect by the Director of Press and Public Affairs to the Governor, Gang Bare, says the appointments are with immediate effect. The Governor called on the appointees to justify the confidence reposed on them by introducing reforms that will transform the board for better service delivery to pilgrims. As preparations for 2024 Hajj gathers momentum, Executive Secretary of the Bauchi State Pilgrims Welfare Board, Imam Abdulrahman Ibrahim, has advised Hajj affairs officers, particularly in local government areas, to redouble their efforts to make the forthcoming Hajj better than the 2023 Hajj. Imam Abdulrahman stated this during the distribution of Hajj slots to the 20 local government areas of the state. He reminded the officers that the sale of the slots for the 2024 Hajj is on first-come, first-served basis, saying that the board secured 3,364 slots from NAHCON. Imam Abdurrahman said the state governor, Senator Bala Muhammad, is determined to give Bauchi State pilgrims the best services, warning that any Hajj official found indulging in any shoddy deal during the exercise will be sanctioned accordingly.
Alhamdulillah. If you're just tuning in, the program is As You Answer the Call, sponsored by the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, to keep you informed about the activities of the Commission and other Hajj-related matters. On Wednesday this week, the newly appointed NAHCON chairman Alhaji Jalal Ahmad Arabi assumed office in acting capacity pending confirmation by the National Assembly. On assumption of duties, the new boss at the Hajj House reeled out his plans on how he intends to lead the Commission in order to keep pace with changing global trends in the Hajj management. This is against the backdrop of the successes recorded by NAHCON's previous boards. In our Spotlight segment, we shall be looking at the unfolding developments and what the new leadership will be inheriting. Keep watching.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك.
The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, was established by an Act of Parliament in 2006 with a mandate clearly defined, which says, the Commission shall license, regulate, supervise and perform oversight functions over organizations, associations or similar bodies engaged in organizing and coordinating the movement of persons from Nigeria to Saudi Arabia to perform the Hajj or Umrah, and providing accommodation, transportation and other services related to the performance of the Hajj and Umrah to pilgrims in Saudi Arabia. Working through this mandate, successive leadership at NAHCON, from its pioneer chairman and former minister of the FCT, Malam Musa Bello, to Barrister Abdullahi Mukhtar, who served as the chairman of the third board, as well as the fourth board chairman, Alhaji Zikirullah Kulle Hassan, had all come up with policies to develop the Hajj industry.
Nigeria's pilgrimage to Saudi Arabia over the years, 2006 to date, is about 17 years now. And you have nothing to say but to say it's been very, very impressive, because the Hajj Commission so far has had very, very conscientious administrators, those who are committed to the job.
Coming on board of NAHCON in 2006, we have seen a tremendous changes in the Hajj management in the country. The one particularly in the area of airlift of pilgrims, in the area of accommodation, both in Makkah and Medina, in the area of pilgrims enlightenment and education, in area of catering services, and most importantly, in area of synergy, coordination.
The policies are introduced in consonance with global trends in Hajj management. NAHCON, in its 17 years of existence, has through these policies recorded successes and addressed many challenges in the area of accommodation in Mecca and Medina, feeding in Mecca and Medina, transportation, aviation matters, medical services, as well as luggage management and provision of Zamzam water. Other achievements are securing a permanent headquarters for NAHCON, relocation of NAHCON head office from Jeddah to Mecca, reduction of dependence on the federal government for financial support. While building on this legacy, the NAHCON fourth board, led by Alhaji Zikrullah Kulli Hassan, also achieved the takeoff of the Hajj Savings Scheme and the Hajj Institute of Nigeria. Others include digital transformation, public-private partnership, development of Hajj House, effective pilgrims enlightenment. These are some of the projects that the new leadership at NAHCON will inherit.
Those legacies that the former administrators have put in place, it's a legacy that any administrator will want to build on, okay? Any administrator that wants to succeed in a service to the nation, we must build on the legacies that these other administrators have left.
NAHCON was able to establish what we now call Hajj Savings Scheme, taking a model from Malaysia Tabung Hajj that we actually address all the previous challenges we have been having in the Hajj industry, because all previous challenges has to do with the 1 year Hajj rolling plan we have in Nigeria, because we don't plan for 2025 Hajj, we only plan for 2024 Hajj, which means procedure for Hajj preparation is just 1 year cycle. While all other countries, what we call top 10 Hajj countries, adopt a minimum of 3 years Hajj rolling plan. So NAHCON was able to establish the Hajj Savings Scheme, also Hajj Training Institute.
Addressing NAHCON staff in his first day at the Hajj House, the newly appointed chairman of the commission, Alhaji Jalal Ahmed Arabi, spoke on the legacies he inherited from his predecessors and what he intends to do through what he called TSA.
Let me start with my T. My T is trust. I know most of us, if not all, know the burden of trust and responsibility on any Muslim that has been so charged to carry that trust. Kullukum ra'in. You are a shepherd, and you'll be asked to account for what you've been asked to do. So, having been chosen and gotten to this point, then it behoves you to take this now very seriously.
He also explained what the S stands for.
Once you have the heart of sacrifice, it goes without saying that you find the discharge of the trust much, much easy, because Allah works with the heart. If He knows, as your creator, that yes, you are ready to carry that burden and the trust, sacrificing becomes easy because it becomes a thing of joy. But I bet you, once there is a lapse on the first, it becomes difficult for you to sacrifice.
What about the A?
What of the A? Allah knows best. He gives you a project. He knows deep within you, because He's known even much more than you do, that, well, yes, you're equal to the task, let me try him, let's see, or try her, and let's see what the result will be. But then, if you do well in the T, and you try to do the best you can in the S, then there's the assumption. Alhamdulillah, I have done the best that I can. I am a mortal. What the Hausas will say, tara nake ba goma ba.
Alhaji Jalal Arabi said these plans will be pursued in line with President Ahmed Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda.
There was the pledge, and indeed a promise at a stage, that things will be better. And of course, in nature, certainly, there has to be change, and change must address things that had gone awry, things that had gone bad, but of course, that you want to reposition and you move forward. And I believe that I'll have your cooperation in that.
Since NAHCON started its transformation through successive leaderships, various reforms were undertaken and new policies introduced aimed at eliciting the support and cooperation of stakeholders towards improving Hajj exercises.
I think they have to find a way of instilling what I call cooperation between the new board and the management and staff of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria. And why did I say this? Because no leadership can actually achieve results if your foot soldiers, if the staff they are not brought on board to work on the same page. So, and also they must immediately summon a meeting of the State Public Welfare Board and agencies, to operators, and even all high stakeholders in this country, so that they can roll out their mission, they can interface with them, interface with the experienced ones, and begin to tap from experiences.
Just like in any department of work, whether you are working for government or you are working as a personal businessman or anything, what you want to do, what you want to achieve is a particular goal that will make your name ring a bell anywhere you go to. These administrators that we have had from 2006 to today did very well for the Hajj Commission. They deserve nothing but praises from us who went to Hajj under them. And we saw what they did. We saw their commitment. We saw the kind of service they rendered.
Through the collaboration of all stakeholders, previous NAHCON leaderships have successfully laid a solid foundation for future Hajj management.
MashaAllah. Coming up next is making the Hajj. Keep watching.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك.
To embark on Hajj, intending pilgrims have to fulfill certain conditions as laid down by Islam. These conditions include, among others, being a Muslim and have attained the age of puberty, to be of sound mind, have means to undertake the journey, and being physically fit to perform the rites of Hajj.
Sure, all your financial responsibilities are cleared.
On making the Hajj tonight, Imam Tajuddin Muhammad Bello Adigun explains these conditions.
Well, among the conditions that makes Hajj to be acceptable is for one to be a Muslim. There is no compulsion on a Muslim to go on Hajj. It is only a Muslim that is entitled to perform the ritual of Hajj.
Being in a state of maturity or adulthood, as well as mentally stable, are other conditions for those interested in performing the Hajj.
Secondly, is on those who actually are sane, those who are having senses, not somebody mentally affected. A mad person has no Hajj. It is only those who are sane that should go on Hajj. One must be mature too. Maturity here. But if a child less than the age of maturity will go to Hajj, yes, Rasulullah recommended it, he's going to have the word, but he did not discharge the real Hajj that actually Allah made compulsory on him. He's going to be given reward, and the mother or the father who took him there will have the reward, but that does not make that child to have done his real Hajj. After maturity, there is a Hajj that he or she actually must perform.
Furthermore, persons suffering from terminal ailments are not allowed to perform the Hajj. Also, an individual will also have to meet all the financial expenses required before embarking on Hajj.
It must be on somebody actually who is a healthy. Somebody who is not healthy, who is affected with any kind of sickness, whether coronavirus or any other vices or any other sickness that will make him not to be able to perform Hajj, then Hajj is not compulsory on him. It's a condition that you must be healthy. Also, it's a condition that you must have the ability financially. If you are matured, you are a Muslim, you are not affected, you are strong, but you don't have the money. Islam did not say you should go and steal. If you go and steal either government money or any other money from anybody, that Hajj actually is not accepted. It should be from actually a legal source.
One important condition associated with women is the need for them to have a mahram or guardian to accompany them for the Hajj.
A mahram is somebody who is related to her or who is her husband. Her husband, if she's married, in fact, is the key mahram that should accompany her on Hajj. Where that is not actually possible, her father can be her mahram. Her son, who is matured, can be her mahram. Her senior brother, consanguine or germine, that is half brother or full brother, even from the same mother, can act as her mahram. Somebody actually who by Islamic teaching cannot marry her and is matured and related to her, in the simple definition of her mahram, except of course her husband, which we have identified earlier. Now, this is a condition as far as Islam is concerned, even though there are scholars who have softened it to be a group of individuals coming, of women. For instance, if women are coming from Abuja and there are about 1,000 women and they are going to be in the same group, that group can survive the position of mahram where the mahram is not to be there. And I think actually that is okay Islamically and is acceptable.
Acquiring knowledge on how to perform the Hajj is another condition intending pilgrims are required to fulfill. In addition to these, Imam Tajuddin stressed the need for intending pilgrims to engage themselves in exercises in order to be physically fit to stand the rigors of the Hajj.
Now it's time to know the winner of last week's quiz and also the question for this week. Good luck.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Welcome to the quiz segment. The question in the last episode was, which miqat of Meccan is associated with Abar Ali Masjid al-Shajara? The correct answer is Dhul Hulayfa in Medina. The winner is Abdul Qadir Olayinka from Kwara State. He provided the answer ahead of others. Abdul Qadir Olayinka will be contacted on how NAHCON will reach him with the prize he won. A quiz winner will get 25,000 Naira cash prize. This is part of NAHCON's effort in social investment in Nigeria. Now to the quiz for this week, and the question is, Dhul Hulayfa is the miqat for pilgrims entering Mecca from Medina. Which entry point does Juhfa miqat represent? Text your answer to the number showing on your screen. The winner will be the first person whose correct answer is received. All answers should carry the name and location of sender. Good luck and happy viewing. Once again, good luck to you. Up next are your messages. Alhaji Oluwakemi Wahid from Oyo State sent in the first message. It reads, Assalamu alaikum. I appreciate your program as you answer the call. It educates us a lot. May Allah reward NAHCON and NTA. Aliyu Isa sent in the second message. It says, Assalamu alaikum. I want to commend NAHCON for bringing various initiatives for better service delivery to pilgrims. Keep it up. This is where we draw the curtain on today's program. See you same time next week with another edition of the program. But before we go, remember that you can send your messages, comments, observations and questions through our mobile phone number and other social media platforms. Once again, thanks for watching. Ma'asalam.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا